This lounge accommodates nearly all business class passengers and credit card holders at Riyadh Airport T3. Unboxing the Hayyak VIP Lounge, well decorated with Saudi elements. Full food and beverages report. How's the lounge environment?
Hi, I'm TriPapa, a travel enthusiast and proud father of 3. Discover family-friendly spots and tips of making the most of your travels. Join me, let's explore together.
Welcome back to TriPapa's channel, and good day from Riyadh. Assalamu alaikum, which means peace be upon you in Arabic. After wrapping up my business trip in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, I'm now heading to Riyadh Airport. My flight is actually on Saudia, departing from Terminal 4. But here's a fun surprise. T3 and T4 both are international terminal and connected, and it's literally just a 10-minute walk between them. So there's absolutely no way I'm missing the chance to drop by the Hayyak VIP Lounge. But before we dive into the full lounge report, as always, let me quickly walk you through how I got to Riyadh. Previously, I was in Manila, Philippines. I visited 3 airport lounges at Manila Terminal 1 in one go. PAGSS Lounge, the A Lounge, and the brand new Philippine Airlines Mabuhay Flagship Lounge. Then I boarded an impressive 11-hour business class journey on their ultra space-saving lie-flat seats in their A330-300. For all the flight details, check the link below. Back to King Khalid International Airport Terminal 3. This is honestly one of the cleanest and most beautiful airports I've visited. Now let's track down the Hayyak Lounge, and it's right upstairs. Here's something worth knowing. This is the only lounge in T3, and it serves everyone: business class passengers, elite frequent flyers, lounge pass holders, and credit card access holders alike. Alright, let's head in and see what it's all about. Right from the entrance, I really appreciate the lounge's interior design. It beautifully showcases ancient Saudi Arabian heritage and culture. Even the space itself is quite generous. It does get noticeably overcrowded. The seating is very tightly packed. Let's head over to the buffet area. Look at this, a mini Tabasco bottle. My first time ever seeing one this small. Honestly, so cute. Despite how busy this lounge gets, the food supply is impressively well maintained. Both food and beverages come in individual portions, well stocked throughout. The large fridges offer a solid selection of cold drinks. And the big highlight for me, there's a self-serve ice cream machine. There's also a dedicated first class section for passengers traveling in true first class. Since I'm not one of them today, I'll stay out here and enjoy the beverages from the main area. Overall, the Hayyak Lounge holds up well. Good maintenance, food is consistently stocked. The main downside, it's simply too compact and overcrowded, and not worthy to come here if you are departing from T4. One more tip for you. If you're at Riyadh T3, there's actually a food court right outside this lounge. It could be a smart alternative. Last but not least, shower facilities are available, but it comes with a price. And that wraps up today's Hayyak VIP Lounge report. Hope you found it helpful. In my next video, I'll be experiencing the premium check-in services at SkyTeam member Saudia's home terminal, Riyadh Airport Terminal 4. Visit their flagship lounge, which has a much more premium setup and generous space. Followed by an onboard experience on the A321neo in economy class. How does this SkyTeam member perform on the Riyadh to Dubai route?
Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.